prayer. I want to give thanks to the great mother for another day of waking up, to seeing the sun up, seeing the light of day, and seeing the sunlight, and being able to breathe. I want to give thanks to the seven ancestral spirits of creation, and thank you for your divinity. I'm going to give thanks to the archangels for always protecting and also keeping everything afloat. I'm going to give thanks to the angels for being the soldiers, being the warriors, being the foot soldiers. I'm going to give thanks to the ancestors for always making progress and to bring forth the also bringing guidance to all of us. So, I want to also ask to protect us. I ask all of you to protect us from those that claim to be righteous but are actually unrighteous, that are actually wolves in sheep's clothing, that are actually trying to speak consciousness but are actually leading people blindly because they know subconsciously they don't know too much of the consciousness of where we are going as spiritual beings living a human experience. Please protect us from those that are like that. And I want to say Ashe, Aia Bobo, and I want to say Grand Rising to everybody. All right. So, we ever wonder why we incarnate on this planet? How many times do we look up in the skies and want to know why we're here? How many times do we observe our surroundings and want to know why we're in our surrounding areas? How many of us really want to know what is going on within us as spiritual beings living in human experience? I got this one big old gray hair sticking out. It's kind of bothering me. I apologize. It's sticking out like a whisker. But you ever wanted to know why we go through these feelings and why we go through these situations at hand? You ever want to know why you feel different? Why you feel the energies and the vibrations of so many things going on? Did you ever want to know where you originated from? Did you ever come to those questions? Maybe we can talk about that a little bit more. Because, I talk about the great mother and other things. Golly, this hair really is bothering me. So, where we are in this world. I know it's funny, this hair is just bothering the heck out of me. I'm like, what the heck, man? It's like a whisker. I'm like, what the heck? I'm a cut this off today. But, okay. So we want to know why we're here. We look up in the skies and we want to know why we're here. We ask the Creator, why we come here, right? I'm going to give some reasons that could be. I'm going to give you some examples. Peace, how you doing? How you doing, family? I'm going to give some examples today on why we probably came here. And then I'm gonna start this segment. This is going to be part one. How you doing, Miss Kathy? I'm gonna start with part one. How you doing, Donald? I'm going to start with part one. You know what I'm saying? This is the first segment on why we probably incarnated here. And I want to have a conversation with everybody and see what y'all think. How many of you look up in the skies and be like, why the heck am I here? I'm great, Miss Kathy. I'm great. You ever want to know why the heck am I here? Hey, how you doing, Wilbur? It's like, you ever want to know why the heck am I here? And you feel like you have a sole purpose here. Hey, how you doing again? How you doing, Wilbur? Fernandez. All out to you. So, you ever came to your attention that you be like, why am I here? What am I here for? It don't even matter if you have a gray beard, goatee, whatever, gray hairs, and you still have that question like, why am I here? You go through this transformation or this thought process. You can go into any religion to find out why you're here. Sometimes you might not find the answer. You ever did that time when you go out in nature? Thank you, Miss Kathy. You ever thought about when you come out? I appreciate you loving my videos. You ever go out and ask yourself in nature, like, I gotta find my purpose. I gotta find my purpose. And then you look, and you might see a bird, you might see a bee, you might see a butterfly, and that could be like a thought to you, like, maybe I'm supposed to be connected to nature more. And you start feeling this energy shift inside your vessel in your body. And it can feel like a loving sensation when you're around nature. You could feel a loving sensation about being around water. Being around somebody that you specifically love in general, you can feel that. And you say to yourself, maybe it is maybe I'm having this energy of this love sensation. Maybe the divine gave me this energy of love and want to share it with others, or share it with my significant other, to share it with my children. You ever thought about that? And then you start realizing that you're around people that don't even know what love really is. But you have that divinity of that divine love within you, and you want to share it. You know what I'm saying? You want to share it. And you feel it. And then you might go to sleep that same evening. Right? And you having dreams of probably being in other ancient civilizations. You might have had a dream or a vision being another person in another lifetime. Some of you probably even had dreams of being in what they call the heavens. Just putting it out there. Just in general, Mr. Donald, just in general. It's not nothing religious. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just think about it in general. Like, you ever thought about that, ever felt that? You get what I'm saying? And the thing is, you probably had these visions of dreams and all the above and all these ancient civilizations, and you might have had different past life regressions. I don't know. You know, you just have these feelings. And then you could sit at your job. You could be having your own business. How many of you even had just sat down and daydream, and you saw something that was phenomenal, like on your peripheral, or just a vision of something of another ancient civilization or a past life, or something that caught your attention? You could have been on a horseback riding a horse. You could have been somebody that could have been, quote unquote, an outlaw in the West. You could have been something of you could have been in the heavens with the creator. Things like that magnitude. You could just sit there and you'll just have this vision. And you're like, whoa, who's that person? Did that ever happen to you? Even in your dreams. Hey, how you doing, Corbin? I mean, even in your dreams, any of that stuff happened to you? Even any kind of unheard of vision or dream or daydream or whatever. You saw yourself in other civilizations. You saw yourself around people that were unique. That wasn't of this planet, though. I can bear witness that I can say I went through that. And it's interesting enough, when I was younger, I was like 28. I'm only sharing my experience with you if you want to know. I was 28, 29, I'm 44 now. I was 16 years ago, which is crazy, right? And I sat down at my old job and I started seeing different variations of different lifetimes. And it got me to a point where I'm like, whoa. And I would sit down and talk to people that went through the same thing. And it was like, you ever heard of past life regression? You ever heard of past lives? Or you ever heard of being incarnated? And I was like, no. You ever thought that you came here for a purpose, and in one lifetime you was doing your purpose, then you had to transcend or transition or consider death, and then you had to come back repeatedly over and over again to finish your mission? And I was like, no, I never thought about that. And that's what they told me, like, you have missions. We are given missions by the divine, and we constantly keep coming back when we're not finished those missions. And we have to gain these experiences due time. Because they told me that death is only an adventure, it's only a part of the journey, where you We're sent down by the Creator to experience and have different experiences, and also you have made a soul contract. That soul contract could be something of bringing awareness to others, to bring forth that light of consciousness, love, and divinity within. That could be the possibility. You get what I'm saying? And it's stuff that we have to question as living these human bodies and having these different experiences, and realize that we are not this physical shell, but within there is a soul, a spirit, an etheric body, if that make any sense to you. And I'm just wanting to share what do y'all think and how do y'all feel about that, and go into maybe a higher thought and find out why you came here. I like to have conversations like this because it's therapeutic for all of us, because we all look sometimes like, man, why am I here? We look up in the skies and be trying to figure out where is home. Some of us go to the ocean or go to the river, just go around something that's so much in nature where we need to find ourselves. Because when we're around so many different people, it can cause us to go, how can I put it? You pick up all these different energies that cause you to feel like you need to stay away from a lot of people, so you stay stagnant or isolate yourself, because there's too much energies going around and there's too much negativity happening nowadays, where you want to just get away from it and just be to yourself for a minute to get your thoughts together and start asking these type of questions. And I hope that you all are following me, those that are watching. You get what I'm saying? Did you ever think about stuff like that? Did it ever come to your mind or ever occur to you of anything like that? And I'm here to say, like, me being 44 now and looking back at my younger years, I didn't know any better, because I was all about reading information. I wanted to make the world a better place, which I still do. Because many of us, like yours truly and you all, feel the same way. You want to make the world a better place. You want to make things, you want to make changes. You're getting tired of what is going on in the world today. You want to bring forth that positivity. You're getting tired of the nonsense. And you're figuring out, why the hell am I here? Why am I seeing all this, right? Maybe because you came here to make a difference and came here to make a change. Listen, you can never be too old to make a difference or a change. Never. You came on this planet to do great things. It don't matter how old you are. The littlest things matter, and they become bigger than what others may think or perceive. What makes you you is who you are within. And the reason why you incarnated here is to do something great, to experience something that you always wanted to experience in other lifetimes, in this lifetime, if that makes any sense to you. And all I want to let y'all know is that during these segments, I really want to have dialogue with everybody to see if you had the same feeling. And have you ever went through anything, even down to near death, whatever the case may be? Because we really need to start getting down to what they consider the get down, and really start thinking outside the box instead of being inside of a box. If you get what I'm saying. I tell everybody, regardless on this complexion, I'm here for the human race, but I tell everybody over and over again, I put my people first too, because honestly, this information originated from a lot of the ancient melanated shamans, or may I say the Asiatic shamans, spiritualists, and so on, back during the ancient time. That's why you had the Tao. That's why you have the what they call it, not just the Tao, but you have You have the ways of the mind of the ways of the Buddha and all the above. You have all these different ancient teachings. And it's always talked about reaching up to the highest potential of yourself. And a lot of them talk about the incarnation and reincarnation. So I come to you all to see what you all think, and should we do another segment on stuff like this, where everybody can release and get their thoughts out on what they see from their experience, and go through what they have went through their experiences. Because I want this channel honestly to be loving and also to be more hands down and hands on with information that is different to others, but it's not. So I have my times when I go on my rants. I have my times when I gotta let that side out. But I want to bring positivity to everybody. Doesn't make any sense. But I want to just shed a little light and see what everybody may think. If leave a comment below, you know what I'm saying, on the comment section. I really want to do something that's going to be unique for everybody to feel. You know, because all these transformations on the planet and that Mother Earth and Gaia or Kai, Tiamat, whatever you want to call the planet, she's been calling out to the children that have been incarnated by the divine, and many of us now have to find our way, or have found our way, and going towards that path that we have been given. But you've been incarnated for this awakening. You've been incarnated for getting this experience, to whatever experience that you have gathered through the years, and not just this lifetime, but many different lifetimes. Many of you have had many different lifetimes where you had learned so many different things you probably forgot, but then it's starting to come back to you. You're on your path in life, and life have a lot to give to you. And it's all about what you make it to be. But that incarnation is real. You have been called on something to be great in this planet. It don't matter how old you are, it's never too late. The incarnation on the reason why you're here is all within you. And look within yourself and pray to the divine for even more guidance. Pray to your ancestors and so on, your angelic hosts, whoever you come to them, let them know that you're ready to find out who you and what you came here to do. You incarnated here to do great things. It don't always have to be huge. It don't. Because we always trying to think big, but sometimes the smaller things matter. Just by being an open ear to somebody that's going through issues can bless that person, and it can bless you too. I just wanted to say something different, and hopefully somebody will catch it. I love all of y'all. May the divine watch over you and protect you and yours. And if you want me to continue a segment like this, we can do that. You know, I'm all open to whatever. But this is me, your brother Nega Bezo, also known as being like Cosmic Angel Fire, and your little big brother B4TL. Peace, love, light, darkness, supreme balance into the universe. May the Great Mother, the ancestral spirits, and the archangels and angels, and the ancestors protect you and yours on your journey. I just want to see what y'all thought of it. Thank you for watching. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Okay?